How the devil are we, everyone? Today I'm going to talk about Call of Duty and one of the best modes that they have implemented into the series for a very long time. And the reason I'm talking about this is because it's a mode that I feel will appeal to a lot of people. For those who don't like the sweatiness of the standard multiplayer mode or just don't enjoy Warzone, then I really feel people should take a look and have a peek at what it's all about. It's a 12v12 domination style map, except the twist is every 2 minutes you get the opportunity to gas nuke your opponent's base. So the way the flow of the game works is that you spawn on either side of the map, you're in a plane, and then you get an opportunity to parachute down to a specific location of your choice using a parachute. Once you've been on a base for the designated period, you then get to capture it. This means that the doors will only open for your team, and you also get access to various stations inside of the base. These include vehicle stations where you can get a bike, a jeep or a tank. You can also buy kill streak rewards. You can buy loadouts which represent each one of the major categories of weapon types, so assault rifles all the way up to sniper rifles. Or if you get enough money, you can buy one of your pre-designed loadouts. What makes this quite special though is that when you start off, everyone is on an even kilter. You all have an SDG and you have a limited amount of money in the bank. And even though this doesn't change over time, it really does take the weight off wondering, do I have the correct setup? Do I have the right loadout? You just go in because everyone has the same thing. Additionally, if you haven't got any unlocks, the pre-designed loadouts are really good. They're really cheap and you can pick them up and just go from the get-go. And I think this is really important because if you're coming in now to the series where everyone has got their unlocks, A, it can be really daunting knowing which setup to take, and B, it's just not fun playing people who've got all the min-max loadouts already just mowing you down. Additionally, because the maps are so open and large and the way that the bases are set up, you can pretty much play any wonky build that you want to. There's so much flexibility and freedom on how you want to go throughout the game. It's just a really nice footstool for new players to get up on. So I did mention this is a bit like Domination with a twist. The twist is that every 2 minutes it spawns a nebula bomb, and they will sit between the base that you own and the nearest enemy base. Now, once they're on the ground, it is an all-out fight to pick these up, because if someone collects them and then runs inside their own base, they get the opportunity to gas bomb an enemy's position. And the fight over the box is really fun. There's often lots of toing and froing. It stops the map getting too stagnant with people just sitting at their bases all the time. And also, it's pretty fun and satisfying being able to gas strike one of your opponent's bases, especially if you've been trying to take it for a while with no success. To assist in capturing these points, there are tanks and various vehicles that you can use. The tanks are strong, but they're certainly not OP. There's a whole variety of tools to help you get rid of them. You can also shoot them and chip away their armor fairly quickly. They just have the advantage of having a bit more HP pool and also the turret which will one-shot if you get a direct hit. And because there isn't much splash damage on them, you have to be a little bit precise. Anyway, usually what happens in the general flow of the game is that you'll go toing and froing and eventually you'll end up with one base on the map. Once that happens, you're given 60 seconds to take over your opponent's base if you have lost yours, or you have to defend it for 60 seconds. And how the game helps you do this is basically it gives you a free airdrop constantly until the timer runs out. So it's very hectic, it's very adrenaline fueled, and again, it's just a lot of fun. I've had a great time playing this mode, and I've played COD for years, but more importantly, all the people that I've introduced to COD over the last 2 weeks have also had a lot of fun with this mode. They're able to play at their own pace, discover things, and just take it a little bit slower than usual. I think another reason I like this so much is it kind of reminds me of Enemy Territory back in the day, where you have to push against big bases and fortifications and achieve objectives to finally move on and get to the next point. It almost makes me wish that there was some sort of internal in-game XP system where you can rank up and unlock other upgrades to help you progress through the campaign. At the end of the day, this is just a very long-winded way of saying, guys, if you haven't played Call of Duty and you want to play something a little bit different, go check this mode out because it's a lot of fun. What I'm really hoping for is that we see other maps like this come into the future, and then perhaps expanding on this system and adding additional things that you can do only in this mode, because it really is a lot of fun. If you have played this mode, let me know what you think of it. I'd really love to hear what you have to say. Do you think it should stay? Do you think it should go? What kind of improvements would you do if you had the opportunity? Let me know in the comments below, but for now, have a great week everyone, and I'll be back with more news soon.